What's my favorite gi company? Now, this is a tricky question. I don't know if I can even answer this, but let's give it a stab. Listen, at this point, there's probably hundreds of different gi companies out there. Each of them has different models of gis, different lengths and cuts, weights and weaves and all that. There's so much to choose from that at times it might feel overwhelming. As you go through your jiu-jitsu journey, you're going to develop your favorites. And honestly, my favorites are the ones that I make for the academy. I've spent a significant amount of time researching, and I found a company that makes them nicely for us. And I'm really, really happy with the quality, with the delivery, and with the product, the end product of the gi. So I stick with those. But I know a lot of students, appreciate the products that are out there. Whichever gi you like, I'm going to tell you this, whichever brand it is, it doesn't matter to me which one it is, but whichever it is, make sure it fits you well. You're going to spend some money on this, and gis are not cheap. There's some cheap, you can find them inexpensively, but quality gi is not cheap. You're going to wear it 2, 3, 4 times a week, and being comfortable in it is the key. Right? You're investing money into yourself on the mat. Being comfortable on the mat is important. Here's important kind of items to keep in mind when you purchase a gi. One, will the gi shrink when you wash it? The last thing is you want to buy a very nice gi, pay $250 for it, you put it in a wash, boom, it just shrunk 4 inches and the gi is garbage. You need to pay attention to this. That's some of the things that I would encourage you to investigate, to look into. Point number 2, how is the cut? Our bodies are different. Experiment with different cuts. Not all companies you can try. Some of them you cannot. Some of them you got to take a risk and try it yourself. But talk to your peers. Figure out what they have. Buying at the academy is probably the easiest because you can try it. You can see how it fits and you can make intelligent decision. Besides, you're helping your local academy from a financial perspective. So always keep that in mind. But if you want to go and buy one of those nice, fancy branded gis, you got to do your research. So 1, do they shrink? 3, how is the cut? And 3, the more important for me particular is how is the quality? Doing jiu-jitsu on the mat, we use lapels, we tug, we rip, we pull, we throw each other, we choke each other with lapels. There's a lot of friction when it comes to the fabric. How will the fabric survive all of this? Again, the point here is to buy a product that's going to last you a longer time. Depending how often you train and how often you wash this gi, there will be a wear and tear on the gi. And weaker the fabric is, obviously, quicker it will get destroyed, quicker it will rip, quicker it will dissolve, if you will, and you're not going to be able to use it. So sometimes actually investing into a good product gi, even though you pay more money, it will last you longer simply because you're going to be able to use it. Last final item that I do want to mention is when it comes to the gis, depending how many times you train a week, get yourself 2 or 3. You don't need 12, you don't need 15, but get yourself 2 or 3. There's nothing frustrating about, nothing more frustrating about that you didn't have a gi ready and you want to go to the class or you want to go to the training. So always have a backup gi. Again, depending how many times you train, I always think about it in a sense, 1 gi per training per week. So if you train 3 times a week, you should have 3 gis. That's how I look at it. I think more you train, the rotation could increase and it would make it easier for you. But that's just my train of thought. I wash my gis after every training. I take care of my gis. I want to make sure that my gis are clean and available all the time. But again, I am in a different position. I teach every single day, 2, 3, 4, 5 classes a day. So I change my gis multiple times. There are some days where I use 4 gis a day. So you might not be in that position. The main point here is that I'm trying to make is keep in mind that quality is important. So find a gi that fits you, find a gi that will not rip easily, find a gi that will not shrink, and find a gi that really has a good quality so it can stick around for a while you're enjoying your journey, enjoying your jiu-jitsu path. Until then, I will see you on the mat. Peace.